What's up, guys? I just wanted to get into as below, so above, as without. I mean, as within, as without. And it's always punted on me. Bobby Hemming also talk about it, so I guess it's just not resonating with me more in a sense. But it's like we rely on the universe a lot. We rely on this world a lot, and it's like we we almost try to match the frequency of the universe when you talk about 432 hertz and the different hertz of the world, the different hertz of the universe or frequencies of the universe. We always trying to match the frequencies or be grounded to the world. But let's look at the state of the world. Like, just look at it. I shouldn't have to say any more than that. But we know about all the wars. We know about all the pedophilia. We know about shit, everything that's going wrong, just the fleshly pleasing. Everybody's trying to fill the wrong voice. Like, just that alone. All right, so we stand grounded to earth, and the people that's vibrating this earth is connected to, like, it's. I feel like you just connecting back into this bullshit ass matrix. Cause I mean, think about this, bro. If we're everything, that means this world is just a restriction of us. This is just a piece of us. It's not all of us. It's just a piece. And when we cash out here, we shortchange ourselves. And that's the best way I can explain it. And the reason why I say that is because no matter what you go through in life, bro, no matter if you're working 12, 13, 14 hours, 8-hour shifts, you always feel like you owe more. You always feel like your time is more valuable than it's being presented to you in this reality. Same with love. You always feel like you're loving harder than maybe the other person, or you're just not getting the same reciprocated energy, like not even from a mate, but like from the people. Like, you out here showing love to everybody. I know me and the podcast, my dudes, we always showing love, but we don't feel like we get that same energy, and it's like that's fine. But in that same aspect, it's just a part of being in this place, bro. Like, you're not gonna get the exact what you match, and that's what people think with karma and shit. Like, what comes to you come back to you. That's not the case here, bro. Cause shit, if that's the case, I'm owed a lot of shit, and I ain't been paid that shit yet. And it's like I'll never be paid that here. This world will never be able to owe me what has been done to my people. Like, it'll never be able to. What you call it, reparations will never be fulfilling. Even if they give us some shit, it's like, nah, that still wasn't enough. Because y'all still the main, like, y'all still own our land. Y'all still the ones that make the laws. Until we get that seat back, I mean, still, and it's like, we lost that shit, but like I talk about, same, you can gain it and lose it. So it's like, in this world, bro, it's just like I say, it's restriction. It's hell. It's not all of us. And every time we try to, like, even with art, bro, it's like, we're not going to ever express ourselves fully here. We'll never be able to, because it's only a limitation here. Like, this world only has so many tools to express our infiniteness, and that's just the truth. And it's like I said, when you go to work or you do anything in life, bro, you just feel shortchanged, man. Like, you always feel like you should have more time to do things and shit like that. And it's like, just go to showing you this world just not meant to live up to you. And if this world not as within as without, the universe is not capable to keep up with you. And let's think about what Bobby Hemming said. He was like, we be crying when our ancestors go to the other side, but they be waiting on us. And it's like, as within, as without. We waiting on somebody else to save us while they waiting on us. It's like we the second coming, and Bobby talk about this too. We supposed to rise higher than anybody else in heaven. So think about the people in heaven. Say they lost inspiration or some shit. Now they waiting for this new king to come up and give them motivation. It's like, well, while they waiting on us, they really can't give us no new tools, and that's why we seeing everything really the same on this world. Like, there's nothing really more else they can give us because they gave it to you already. So now you supposed to, whatever tools you got, manifested and rise higher than what they are, and now they can look up to you as motivation, and you keep rising like that. And it's like I said, they waiting on us to rise, and we waiting on them to come back, and it's like, only thing that's gonna happen is us rising up. Honestly, I can tell you that now. Man, that's the honest to God truth. As crazy as it sounds, like, why the universe ain't strong enough to match us. It's like they are matching us at this exact instance. As within, as without. It's just as fucked up this world is. That's just how fucked up the kingdom is, or whatever you perceive your heaven to be. That's how fucked up it is, and that's really just your mind. And that's like I say, once we get past this shit, we wouldn't have wars and shit like that, but it just goes to show we still stuck in this reality for certain reasons we haven't figured out. But we're getting close. But still, it's like, what else I wanted to say? I always feeling shortchanged. Yeah, we keep trying to vibe with this world. We keep trying to vibe with the universe. We keep trying to catch the wave of the universe. I think that's a better way to explain this. Like, we're supposed to be vibing higher than the universe because we're still more than this universe. We're infinite. So I guess that's what people think the universe is everything, but the universe isn't everything because something had to create the universe. And then something had to create that created that. So it's infinite. And if you stop at the universe and you think you need to vibe with the universe, you're not realizing that you're shortchanging yourself, because that's only another limitation. Once you get there, you might figure out more stuff about yourself, but it still won't be fully describing your infiniteness, which you probably will never be able to do. And in that same aspect, if you was just raising your vibration up no matter where you were at, like if you were trying to rise up higher than this world, higher than the dead, like when we say let's be equal to white people, why be equal and why not be better? And the same thing, why be equal to your ancestors? Why not be better? Why be equal to the people in heaven and not be better? And it's like you realize, let's just take it one more step further. Why be equal to God when you can be better? And I know that's gonna sound crazy to people, but God is in us, so God is pushing us to make Him better, or whatever your aspect of Him better. The universe is in us, so the universe is guiding us to make it better. It's like when I talk about expanding and spreading space, we were created to do those things, but we feel like what we're trapped inside is everything, but we're everything. And I'm slowly starting to understand and get to it more, but like I said, it's baby steps, and sometimes I'm teaching from a lower perspective than a higher perspective. But right now it's like, you gotta understand, you gotta always raise higher than anything. Like, just keep going. And that's literally us. I'm trying to think of an example on how, like, I mean, when they say, let's think of it like this. When they say, like for football and shit like that, it's like, there's always somebody working harder than you. All right, so think about that with polarities. If you're not going your hardest, that means somebody going harder than you. Period. And usually that polarity is going against us and hold us down or just keep us stagnant or something like that. So if we're not going our hardest, we most likely we're going to be in stagnation. Like if we don't keep moving, we're going to get into this stagnant place. And we never meant to stagnate. We always meant to grow. We always meant to expand. That's a part of our chaos beings, and not being stuck in one space. And I mean, trapped in time and trapped in many different illusions. Whatever structure, we beyond it. And like, the universe is a structure. Sorry to tell y'all, but it is. And we're bigger than that. Bigger than the cosmos. That's structure. That's just another part of time and the understanding they presented to us. We're bigger than that. We're outside of time. That means it's outside of the cosmos. It's something greater than that. And I'm trying to think. Let me go back to Twitter, see what else I said. Blah, 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 blah. Best thing Bobby Hemmings said, though, is like, we sitting up in heaven as a conjugation. And we like, bro, what's the next step? We got this. We got that. We got this. We got that. What can we do next? And I tell us that's what we came here for. They made us forget. They made us go through this burden. They made, like, we making ourselves. Let's start saying we decided as a whole, as everything, holistically, it would be better if we did this. So I'm not going to say me, we, everything decided to create this. And this is what, that's the best way to explain it. We be trying to separate shit and it don't even matter. And I see how I be using shit and it can confuse people. But, yeah, we decided to come down. We decided coming down will help us rise up farther than we'll ever do before. Period. That's what we're doing. To expand space, to expand whatever. Like I talked about before, we butterflies in a cocoon. And I'm trying to think of anything else that's going to pop up in my head. Because I feel like I already said that all. Well, I mean, yeah, just like think about why do we want to stay grounded to the world when we're more than this world? And it's like, why won't you try to ground to the universe? But then I get how the world is the universe, so then you can argue that. But then that's my whole point. We're more than both of those, so being grounded still defeats the purpose. Bobby talk about being crazy and insane and all these different things. Like us being crazy is what's get us out of here. When you look at geniuses and shit, they're mad scientists. Like they call them mad for a reason, because the shit that they create comes from a place that most people wouldn't be able to tap into. And that's what makes them insane. That's what makes them crazy, because like with psychedelics, like some people are able to take some of the highest amounts, but some people cannot fathom certain shit. So once they go past a certain paradigm, their mind gets destroyed. It's like when they say you met God and God destroyed you, in a sense. Like when they say God supposed to come back, and when you meet God, like you'll be trembling and shaking and shit like that, because it's just so immaculate. Like that's for the people that not righteous or whatever. And it's that same shit. If you're not righteous, trying to take this godly connection that's connected to everything, it's gonna spit you out and destroy your mind, because you think you know everything. You think you're and You think you got it all figured out, and then once they show you you don't, it's like Doctor Strange. When she tapped his forehead and sent him away, his mind, he should have literally became retarded. He shouldn't have been able to grasp all that concept. Or at least he shouldn't have been able to remember all that. That's why we can't remember all our dreams, because certain shit is just too powerful to bring here at certain times. And the fact that he remember all that, and he's never been experienced to that experience, and that he's never even thought that was possible, his mind should have been baffled. His mind should have been distraught. He should have been depressed for a while, which he probably was in a sense, and I might be missing over that. But trust me, like when people get their mind destroyed by shrooms and all these different things, it's just because they're not righteous, and it's not even destroyed. It's just like you're tapping into higher thoughts, and these thoughts your body's just not ready to perceive these thoughts. Shit, honestly. That's the honest to God truth. And it's like, you can do that. You can get that same effect like being around a genius. If you're around them too long and they keep giving you the weight of the world and how the world is, it'll depress you. It'll fuck your mind up because they're telling you how it is and versus your reality. And then you respect them. I mean, they're telling you how it is versus your illusions. And then you respect their prestige because somebody told they're a genius. So you listen to them versus, one of me and somebody else telling you, which is the same shit. But since you give them prestige and they telling you, like, if one of your pastors or some shit told you that this world is fucked up and if we don't stop now, we're going to stay condemned and trapped here forever, you would be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like your mind would get changed. And that's just literally because you're breaking out of illusions. And that's all shrooms are. It's breaking you out of illusions that you shouldn't be in. And it's really not even breaking your mind. It's advancing it, but you're just not ready to keep up with it. So you seem fucked up in this reality. But it is what it is. Trying to think of something else. Yeah, they say vibe high. So I mean, vibe higher than everything else. Why be equal to it when you can be better? And through you being better, you can make them be better. You can lay ground for other people to walk to, like my nigga Kambata said. And that's what we should be trying to do, but instead we're following the other people's path and we stuck in the same place they in, and we thinking they are like literally we in the same shoes that our ancestors was in. We're fighting the same race battles, the same women's sexist battles. I talk about it, ain't shit changed. Like we've been doing the same shit. We've been trapped in the same prisons, the same boxes, the same shackles. And what I was saying. Yeah, like literally, we've caught up to our ancestors, and that's we need to go further. We have to push further. Until then, we'll be stuck in the same shit. Cause they didn't. I mean, honestly, it's just as within, as without. If they didn't get to the kingdom, we won't. If we following them, of course, unless we choose to go past. I mean, calm down, chill out, slow down. Unless we choose to go further than them. Which we don't, because we think all of our ancestors are gold. We don't think they had any flaws. We don't try to learn fully from them. We only look at one perspective of them and think, hey, Martin Luther King, he taught us to integrate. So that's what it got to be. We can probably make this work. But we didn't look at the flaws and even look at the downsides of his message that he said later on when he was like, I think we integrate into a burning house. So it's like, we don't look at the full image of our ancestors, so we end up getting stuck in their path because we didn't really learn from them. We're only idolizing them, honestly. We idolize our ancestors and idolize the things and the cultures that they brought to us, but we never analyzed these cultures. We never analyzed anything, morals, structures, religions, anything. We didn't analyze it. We just was thrown to us. And of course, as a kid, that's something naturally you do. You accept what comes from your parent. They're like, we idolize them in a sense when we shouldn't, but that's almost another thing that, just being a product of this place. But it's like, over time, your parents should teach you to learn from to be better than them. And our parents often tell us that, but we don't understand how deep they mean that shit. And our ancestors are speaking through them. Be better than all of us that was before you. Like you said in the Bible, your successors will fail you. Or when these new people come, they will not be proud of their successors. They will be upset in their successors. They will feel disappointed in their successors and the people before them. And there's been many people before us. There's been many ancestors. And when your parents say they want us to be better than them, they mean your whole fucking family tree. And that's the honest to God truth. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, we are supposed to be the second coming. We're supposed to raise our people up still. Like, they're waiting on us. Like I said before in the beginning, like, we waiting on them while they waiting on us. Who gonna make the leap? We're gonna keep waiting on them. Like I said, they already really showed us everything they could do. And that's the truth. And we're supposed to be able to do better. They already told us that. But like I said, man, I'm out. Hopefully that stuck to y'all and resonated. Deuces.